Hey guys, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to try and rebuild this edge along here. Probably I'll wrap it all the way around to here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pattern, and then I'm going to see what I can do and roll that edge into I guess it'd be a negative pattern, and see how we go with that. See if that works any better than the other way of doing it that I tried before. Anyways, nothing to do but to try it. Okay, so there's my hammer form. This is not what I'm going to use. This was just when I was trying to see what I could do. Obviously I didn't get a very consistent depth of cut there. And right around here is where I like the depth of cut, so I said, well, I'll just try it out here. I messed up my hammer form, but that's fine since I'll be remaking this top piece. It's two pieces actually. And what I'm going to do, I did my hammering into there and got a fairly decent eye. It's not trimmed, but gives you some idea. Got an okay curve to it. It'll need some refining here, but it fits into the corner. So now what I got to look for is I got to look for a cove bit with a what do you call it? With a bearing on the top of it, so I can do a follow on this piece here and cut it at a consistent depth all the way along. I initially tried using just a regular, I forget what they call those things. It's basically a round bottom bit, not a here, I'll show you. Hang on. Yeah, I used this, which is called a bowl and tray bit, and I use these two bolts to kind of follow, but they're not, you know, on the inside of the curve they put you one distance out, and on the outside of a curve they put you, you know, like further in, and clearly that doesn't work. I need to use one of the follow bits, like one of these ones with a bearing on the top. I don't have any that are quite big enough. This one would almost work, I think. I'll have to go and look at it. Looks pretty similar. I don't know if it'll cut deep enough though for me. So I'll have to see. I might need a little bigger one than that. Regardless, I'll play around a little more and go from there. You know, like something like one of these would work once again if it had a bearing on top, but you know, that's basically almost the same thing as that. Anyways, guys, oh, this is a kit I got off eBay, really cheap, like $1 billion router bits. Anyways, I'm gonna keep refining the idea there. Okay, there's Rev 2 of the hammer form. Boy, oh boy, getting a little bit dozy here. And there's the end result. You'll notice there's a fair bit of marking on the inside of here. I was using this kit here with I guess you'd call this a bullet nose to chase it around into there. Initially I just rolled it over with the round-headed hammer, but got that going there. It looks a little lopsided. That's because I haven't trimmed it, and it also is slightly lopsided at the end there. The end, it was hard to get it crisp, but you can see it just pressed that over. So that's just something I'll either have to try and, you know, knock it a little bit further over with a hammer and dolly, or just accept that that's okay. This was another experiment with that. Well, they call it a 1/2-inch cove bit, but it's actually not. It looks like it's more like a 3/8. And the piece would go right here, like that, and it's usable. But it's obviously, if you look at it like that, it's nowhere near as, no, let's try and move you over a bit. It's nowhere near as deep a rolled over part. So it would work, and I could certainly use this. I'd be tucking this in a little bit further, which personally I'd like to give another try to the, you know, just trying various iterations to see if this actually is approximately the correct curve. Yeah, if we get it in here, it is pretty close. You know, it needs to be, actually it almost needs to be flattened out a bit. That's actually good, because it means that when I clamp it and weld it, it'll sit flat. Anyways, this bottom section needs to be substantially trimmed off. It only should be like about 3/8 of an inch long. Anyways, I forget what I was rambling about, so let's try and go back to what I was going to say there. Which is that I figured the 1/2-inch or the 3/4-inch cove bit with the follower will do this almost perfectly. So I'll make another one of these. I actually have my blank right here, and I just won't round it off, and then tomorrow night I'll come out, or I'll go down to Lee Valley Tools, and I will see what I can get. Hopefully I can get the 3/4. If I can't, I'll get the 1/2" cove bit. And I'll make another one of these top parts here, and we'll try again. We'll try one more time. I'll just form this section here of it like I did this time, because this is the tightest curve on the whole piece here. This part here is pretty gradual, so I'm not that worried about that moving correctly. I tried a couple other experiments, just in case you're wondering here. Where did that go? I was thinking that if I, well, in the case of this part of the curve, if I bent this over, like I took a piece, bent it along the line, about 45 degrees, and then I said to myself, okay, if I stretch along here, I'll get this roughly deformed to the curve, you know, like with it touching at the top here, and then I just have to hammer it in. That didn't work quite so well. It just completely distorted when I tried working with it. So this seems to work, so I think I'm going to keep going with this. Now what would be really nice to get this a lot shinier against here would be if I had an adapter for one of these things that would let me put it into my oh, what do you call it there? Air hammer. And use it like that. Matter of fact, you know, like if somebody was smart and they found out what kind of air hammers had that sort of a shank, this would make a good set to start out with a planishing hammer, because it's got pretty much all of the hammers you'd want. You just need a lower hammer, which would be something like this one. So, anyways, I am rambling. I've probably had enough for today, even though it's not that late. It's actually quite nice out. It's actually pretty warm out, is what it is. But I might go and just blob out in the hot tub or something like that, just for the hell of it. Take a lazy Sunday for the rest of the afternoon here. Anyways, guys, if this is it, thanks for watching. Rating, commenting, subscribing. YouTube messed up the subscribe page, so I'm probably missing a lot more videos than I did before. So apologies if you don't see me on your videos for, you know, until I sort out how to deal with that. Anyways, later guys. Kind of a jerry rig. Just need to find a deep well 13mm socket. Getting a little warm.